a little bit. We are actually recording a couple of new episodes of our podcast. And we are actually going to be having some wine later today, which is not something we normally do. But we thought it would be nice to celebrate our 2024 and reflect on all the stuff that it brought us. But we went out and did our favorite thing, which is Starbucks. Remy, what do you like to get?
Melon Burst Ice Energy Drink. 0 sugars, delicious, sweet. I don't order hot drinks ever, so it just hits the spot. And it's not as sweet as the strawberry refreshers, which is what I used to get, but that's like a lot of sugar. And Papa gotta lose some weight.
So I have a matcha, and we're just kind of driving around the towns close to us and just kind of getting out, getting a little bit of fresh air with the baby, and just breaking up the day a little bit. I was going to say that we have the river here, as you can see. It's really pretty.
It's pretty in the summer.
Well, hey everyone, welcome back. It is a chilly winter day today, but the sun is out and we actually don't get a whole lot of sun here in the wintertime in the Midwest. So I am definitely going to be soaking this up as much as I can. I actually try to just then go sit outside even though it's like 20 degrees. Just to sit outside and get some vitamin D. I even noticed this morning when I got up that the sun was coming up and it feels so good on your eyes when I get up and take the dog out. It's just so much better than having like a gloomy day or a rainy day or, still getting up when it's dark outside. So it's been nice to have a little bit of sunlight. I'm about to head into work right now and I have a fun little support system here. This is Beatrice. Say hi, Beep. So Beatrice I have had since she was a little baby, and she has been my sidekick here for a really long time. I was on my own for a while living in the city of Chicago. I was in the city for about 13 years, I think. Might have been a little bit more, but I've had her for the past almost 6 years. And thank God I had her when I was in the city. She's been like my little protector, but also just my little companion because I've been on my own for so long before Remy and I had met and had Violet. So my dream was always to have her come with me to work, and I guess to also like support my clients and stuff too, but I really, just for her to like be there with me, I feel like I don't like leaving her at home, so I'm excited. I've been bringing her a couple of times a week and just kind of training her to sit there, and she has been helping the clients a lot, like when we have really tough sessions or people are having like a lot of emotional stuff come up. They've been really, really enjoying that. But we have a pretty light day today. I just have a couple of readings, and actually I have a couple of coaching clients. So I do quite a bit of coaching actually. I had stopped for a little while after like when I was pregnant, postpartum, just because coaching takes just a little bit more of my energy, honestly. And I just didn't have it when I was postpartum, and especially as like a new mom. And I'm about a year postpartum, so I still have a little while to go, but I've been really upping the self-care and nurturing and just kind of like studying and researching like what is really lacking with postpartum support, because it's just about everything. It's a whole other conversation we will have, and it's part of the work that I am doing with others, is to kind of connect with babies that are wanting to come into to earth with their moms, and helping the moms prepare the body and the mind and the heart to receive the baby. And with that, I feel like there's just such a lack of nurturing for women in general, even if they're not moms, but also with mothers in the prenatal care, pregnancy care, and postpartum care. So it's something that's just really deep on my heart that I'm going to be just really kind of dedicating a large part of my work to for as long as I need to, essentially. A lot of the time, I just I trust where I'm led, and this is just something that's really on my heart that wants to come through, and I trust that. So I'm just going to keep aligning myself and doing the work and opening my heart. And I feel like the more that I do that, the more understanding I have, and also the more people that I can help. The minute that I just kind of decided that this is what I wanted to focus in on with my mediumship abilities, it came through one night when I was getting Violet to sleep, and it just kind of came over me where I'm like, I want to work with babies, and I want to work with the moms and the parents. And I'm not kidding, since then, there's a beautiful view over here. Since then, every client that I've had then just has aligned with that. So I've been helping a lot of women work on just conceiving and self-healing, really. And there's a few projects that I'm like super, super excited about. I'm going to show you guys this view here because it's just really pretty today. I work with Cacao quite a bit, and I've decided to create like this membership group for women for self-healing, and to really help soften and not be so much in the masculine, because I feel like our society has taught us that that is the way of being, and it has really suffocated the feminine energy. So a lot of intuition has gone to the wayside, a lot of self-trust, a lot of gentleness and nurturing has just completely gone away. So I feel like that's really where I'm kind of dedicating a large chunk of my energy to, and helping support women, and in turn that then helps support babies and children. So that's what we're doing today. Today I have one of my favorite clients. She's phenomenal. She's been coming to me just about every week for about a year now, a little under a year. And we've been working on just helping just like reconnect her with herself. And it has been just a really beautiful journey. And honestly, I trust when people come to me, and I've had a couple of more recently. So again, I trust whatever, comes through. Again, I'm here to align myself and my heart, and with that I can help as many people as I can. And with this client, it's been such a beautiful journey, and I just trust wherever it leads to. Honestly, I take it day by day, week by week, month by month, and I just kind of tune in and listen to like what they need. So we're doing something a little bit different today, which is going to be really fun. We're going to work with sacred geometry and do a little bit of self-healing that way, which has been pretty potent. And it's a beautiful tool, just to kind of help calm the mind, calm the heart, and just bring in a little bit more gentleness. So we're going to be working on that today. So it's going to be a good day. Also, something that I decided yesterday, I've decided to run. I joined another race in the area in the springtime, so I still have quite a few months, but I decided to do another half marathon. And the last few years I have been sort of helping, honestly, repair my body because it's been through a lot, but running is something that just really has helped me mentally and physically and emotionally. And honestly, it brings me so much peace and happiness and joy. On one hand, of course, it's like the actual effects of running and what that has on the body and the mind, but more importantly, I love being able to like set a little goal for myself and nurture that and take steps every single day. This is actual physical steps, but to like actually, I love following the little programs. And I've ran a few before in the past, so this isn't anything really new per se, but I love training and I love like pushing myself just a little bit. I've pushed myself way too much in the past, but I'm really looking forward to just like achieving a goal and setting a goal for myself and working towards it. So I'll be starting that training and that running soon. So that's going to be really nice. So this is our spot here. This is our shop. This is the little downtown area. It's super, super cute, but this is our shop right here. So we're going to get the day started. Good morning, everyone. I am taking you along with me again today. We have another full day with clients. And I'm going to show you just a little bit more behind the scenes because today we kind of have like a wide range of sessions that we're doing. We have some intuitive readings, we have some healing sessions, and also a coaching session. And I think I briefly talked about this yesterday, but one of my favorite parts about the work that we do is actually the coaching or the mentorship portion of it. And anytime I get to like work one-on-one with people and just like help them understand their own self-healing, but also like their abilities, their intuitive abilities, just brings me so much freaking fulfillment. So I'm really, really, really excited for today. It's going to be a nice day. Together, right, honey?
Yep.
And we are actually teaching a class this morning about the secrets to manifesting. And we've actually created it as an online class, although we still have to, we have everything ready, we just have to like officially launch it. But we've been wanting to teach it in person. So we were going to do it before the new year. Now it's after the new year. We feel like it's a little bit more fitting. So we have a pretty good sized class today. It's only a couple of hours, so we're going to take them through a couple of different things with manifesting.
Exercises.
Yeah, a couple of different exercises. Remi's going to lead them through some breath work. And yeah, we're going to talk about a couple of like our favorite ways of helping to support our manifestation. So it should be a really good class. We'll try to do some behind the scenes with it, so you can kind of come along and see how that goes. Anything else you want to add?
That's about it.
Okay.
Early in the morning.
It's very early. Stay tuned.
I start every video with alright. I'm gonna try to change that. Just got done getting some Starbucks because it is Sunday, my dudes. I am teaching. Yesterday, Angelica made a small video and we did some recording of our first workshop together, The Secrets to Manifestation. Usually Saturdays and Sundays are when I teach my classes, but we move some things around. So today is Sunday and my normal classes are starting again. This is my level 5 shamanic apprenticeship class, and today they're going to start finishing up their chanupas and working on their bows and arrows for ceremonies. Last night after our Angelica and my manifestation workshop, I had some clients in between, and then I had to come back at night for a water ceremony. We are also packing a lot. So, one, didn't really get a lot of recording of us packing for the main reason that, it's a lot of work. And 2, the water ceremony is very sacred, and it's not something that we would record anyway. So as I ran out, I was like, I forgot my camera. And then I was like, well, I don't really need it because it's not something that I can record. I'll kind of talk about water ceremonies a little bit later. But for now, I gotta get my Starbucks because I did not sleep well. I was up very late with packing in the ceremony, and this morning I gotta rush into work and then come back and keep packing some more. So I might do a time-lapse video today because Angelica is going to a baby shower or a birthday party. Some sort of get-together and celebration. That's all I know. That's all I remember. And I gotta get gas also because all this driving around is... And it's also 20... Never mind, it's 18 degrees out right now. Welcome to the Midwest. It's a good time. I will keep you guys posted as I continue throughout the day. And actually, I might turn this on so you can see some behind the scenes of me teaching. I knew there was something I forgot to talk about. So as we stated in our previous episode, Angelica and I are moving. We're going to be moving back into my parents' house because we are self-employed and we write off a lot, so we don't have to pay a lot of taxes. Who would have thunk that by writing off a lot of taxes, it shows that you don't make a lot of money, which is bullshit, but whatever. So we've been trying to brute force getting pre-approval for a loan, only to find out that they're like, oh yeah, it says you don't make that much money. And I was like, no, we do. So we talked to one of our friends who is very wealthy, and he said you have to apply differently. So they got to look at like all your bank statements so they can actually see how much money you make. We tried that route, and again, it was just basically, yes, the loan or the broker was like, I can see you guys make a lot of money, but because of whatever software they use, like we weren't able to go in as like first time homeowners, which allows us to only put down 3 to 5%, and so we would have had to put down like 20 to 30% to get it approved, and that means our mortgage would have been very high. And we were just like, okay, we got to take a step back. The other thing is the apartment that we're at right now, it's a very beautiful community, but we're on the 3rd floor. There's no elevators. I carry those 5-gallon water jugs. I carry like 6 of them up a month. And Angelica was over it probably like a year ago, half a year ago now. I'm now over it. I'm just like, this is too much. Like, I don't know what we're going to do. We don't want to re-sign the lease, but we don't want to move to another apartment. We saved up money for the house. We don't want to waste it on things. So our game plan is moving in with my parents, paying off like credit cards and stuff, because the big thing that we're thinking of doing is staying there, paying off our credit cards so we can get everything done properly, file our taxes in a way that, allows us to not have to, one, get like the first time homeowners loan and only have to put 3 to 5% down, which means we now have more money to like get things for the house, which is really, really good. But then we were like, well, do we want to move immediately? Do we want to like save up, or like is there anything else that we wanted to do? So it gives us this opportunity. Well, it opens up a lot of opportunities to be able to do what we want, which brings us to that next question is, what do we want? And that is seriously one of like the hardest questions to answer. Like, I don't know what I want. Angelica loves to travel, and I've always wanted to visit all the state parks, or the state, like Yellowstone, Yosemite, and kind of connect to the land. I wanted to overland, basically, turn my 4Runner. Like, I even got all the stuff ready. I have things in the back, and I'll show you guys later, but I got a mattress, so basically I would just park the car wherever, sleep in the back, get back in the front, and just keep traveling. And Angelica apparently has wanted to do something similar, so we came to the idea of like, why don't we build out like a Sprinter van so we can like travel with Violet and go visit the parks and go. I know she loves Arizona. I'm not a fan of dryness, so going to a place, and I don't mean like the city, I mean like out. I love forests, I love lush, need to have some water. Like being out in the middle of the desert does not sound fun to me, but that doesn't mean I don't want to go explore with her. So we're kind of in the works of, is this going to be our next big plan? Because the other thing is we want to start hosting retreats, and we also want to travel and teach what we do, because everything that we're doing at Healing Arts, we've had a bunch of people ask about hosting it online, so people have access to it, because we have a lot of people that travel from far away. We're in Batavia, Illinois, and we have people that travel down from like Indiana every week to take our classes with us. So if we start traveling and hosting workshops somewhere else, this kind of allows us to travel. You know, we don't have to worry about getting on a plane with a baby and like all of our stuff and packing. It's just like, oh, it'll be readily available for us to kind of go out. So that's really fun and exciting. But right now, yeah, our move is officially on Tuesday, so we need to finish packing as much as we can Monday. Movers come, grab everything, and move, and a lot of stuff is going into storage. So we really need to see what our necessities are. I have a huge work table where I make leather and watches, and I really want to have access to that, because that's kind of something that I do. That's my craft / hobby that is extremely healing for me, and it's very therapeutic. And so I was like, I need to find a place to put this. I can't just have it in the garage where it's super humid and cold now because we're in winter. So there's a lot of stuff that we got going on. I'm getting really close to the shop, so I will start this up again once I am there and drive more carefully. We're just packing stuff up as much as we can. I gotta get boxes from Home Depot because we got big ass TVs and they're not gonna fit in my car. So those are the things that are getting moved. Heating up my car right now because again it's cold, so I'm doing just a quick run. We gotta clean the dishes later also. Moving sucks. It's not a good time, so please save up your money and pay people to do it. I'm going for my rain jacket because it's plastic and it's like lightweight. I hate wearing layers. It's not a lot of fun. And then, oh, my wallet's already in here. Perfect. Ooh. This thing, I put this on selfie mode. This is a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is really cool for recording yourself and you being able to see yourself. It's got a little gimbal on top. Alright. God damn. That fucking scared the shit out of me. Those are our new neighbors. They have 2 huge fucking dogs. Not even, they're like medium to large dogs. But they're just not well trained. So they bark loud as shit. And when they first moved in here, oh, it was so bad. Like, we have pretty good walls. Like, we don't really hear our neighbors a lot. So that's one thing that I love about here. But those dogs were so goddamn loud and they kept barking. Like, I think they were just like in a kennel, so they would bark, and then the neighbor has a small chihuahua, and it would bark. And so one night until like midnight, they were just going back and forth. Oh, so fucking annoying. I'm really glad to be getting out of this place, as stressful as packing and moving is. I can't wait to be out. That's where we live, right up there on the 3rd floor. Alright, so I am off, just to reiterate, to Home Depot. You guys are gonna kind of come with me to get some big TV boxes. Angelica is putting the baby down. The baby is sleeping with us. She does not like being alone. She's at that age where she kind of just needs that security of being next to mom. I want to say mom and dad, but mainly mom. However, at night she does tend to lean over to my side, which is nice. It makes me feel a little loved. So, all right, here we go. All right, I got the big old TV boxes from Home Depot. They're expandable. Thank the Lord, because the biggest one for Angelica's TV, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's taking up the whole back because it has to be angled, because I can't put the seats down because I have the baby chair back there, the baby seat. So yeah, I didn't want to record myself in there anyway, because I don't know, it's like I'm part shy, but also it's like late, as you can see, and I'm like just trying to get in and out, get things done, but like I know I want to start recording more, but then I realized I'm almost at empty and everything's closing soon, so that's why as soon as I was like, all right, let me grab the camera, I'll go in and out, and I looked down and I was like, oh my god, because the camera is right in front of my gas meter, and I forgot to get gas yesterday before going to the ceremony because I was just traveling a lot, and I keep using my rearview mirror and I don't see shit because of this huge box. So there's that. So yeah, I didn't take the camera in. I'm gonna start taking this more places, kind of break out of that fear, and I know Angelica's doing the same thing, so expect to see us doing more out in public and not just like interim. But now I definitely need to get some gas, and yeah, kind of just we're on the tallest part of Illinois, a bridge over the train. Welcome to the Midwest with flatlands. Alright, and then over here is where my brother works. This is Del Nora Hospital. I don't know if he's working right now. I was gonna call, or I was gonna text him to see what he was up to, but I know he works a lot. So anyway, alright, let me go get some gas over at Costco before they close, because it is Sunday, so everything's closing a little bit early, even though it's basically midnight outside. That's how winter is. So I'm gonna go get some gas real quick. Let's see what this looks like. Fucking cold. Yeah, just waiting for gas to fill up. I am tired. I'm very much looking forward to getting everything out. It is the 6th tomorrow. We'll pack everything as much as we can. We're gonna have the movers come pack up some of our big ticket items and kind of get things ready. A lot of things are going into storage, so they're gonna pack up like the kitchen, the stuff that like we're not gonna need, because we're moving in with my parents. So we don't need cookware, we don't need a lot of the things. So they're gonna come help get that set and just be ready to be like stored for a long time. And then Tuesday is move day. So they're going to come move everything that they've packed, everything that we've packed, all the big stuff. It's not 100% of our stuff, but it's a lot because it's just me and Angelica and Violet, and having Violet kind of makes things a little bit more difficult. She's a little stressed, I'm a little stressed, but I know everything's going to turn out fantastic. And so tomorrow, bright and early, get everything packed. We're throwing out a lot of old pots and pans that have just gotten burnt and have like worn out. I have cast iron. It's my favorite. It doesn't get worn out, but I also can't use the oven to like season it because the fire alarm is like right above it, which is horrible. But I understand, it's like apartment. They want to make sure if something starts burning that the alarms go off. Oh, the gas is done. But anyway, so then Tuesday, yeah, we move all the big ticket items. As much as like 90% of the stuff gets moved, and then after that we have until the 19th to kind of clean up, because you know, the cats get very stressed out, so they're puking everywhere. The dog also gets stressed out, but it's fine. But there's still like pee from the cats and the dogs from when like we first moved in and accidents happened. Okay, there's no one behind me. And so yeah, we're gonna have a couple of weeks to just come back, grab things as we get them at our leisure, so we're not like racing, and we get to clean up, you know, take our time with everything, because I'm glad we went this route of paying people to move for us. Like that's what we saved up money, because again, moving is stressful and it takes its toll, especially when you have a child. So I don't know how families out there do it. Fucking more power to them. I'm gonna get this gas and then I'm gonna start driving. Whew. Nothing feels better than getting a full tank of gas, let me tell you. I didn't get to record everything because I was planning on it, but the gas station is closing, and the attendant there, I could see he was like putting his keys into the little like big electronic box to like shut the whole thing down. So that's why I was like, yeah, let me just go get this. And then I saw him and I was like, oh god, hurry up. Got everything done, got my receipt, and I started to pull out, and I just saw him like looking at everything, turning, like pushing buttons, turning the keys. So alright, now we're gonna get home. At our apartment complex we have a row of mailboxes, and then an inside room inside the office specifically for bigger packages. I know I said we're gonna be, our last day is the 19th, so as we're cleaning and stuff, we're gonna be collecting as much mail as we have. We haven't ordered anything to the house yet, but I know some people might have sent us some stuff, so I'm actually gonna check that now before anything, because I believe Angelica's still laying down with the baby. She likes to just play at night, and I feel really bad because it takes like an hour and a half for her to like settle down and fall asleep. And Angelica's a fucking champ, so she's doing that, and I can't like get in and like start doing dishes or being loud, because that'll wake the baby up more. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna check the mail, I'm gonna grab the packages if there are any, and then I gotta take these boxes in the mail up one at a time, because they are like kind of big. So I definitely can't do both of them at the same time. Yeah. So let's do that.
Okay, so it's moving day. Remy, how are you feeling?
I am tired, and we didn't really move that much. We paid people to move our stuff for us, and they packed about like 30-40% of our stuff. Like, yeah, we packed a lot of it.
Packed a lot.
But it's like the stressors of moving alone takes its toll. So like you wake up stressed, even though it's not that. I can't wait to look at our Whoop information.
Oh yeah, and see what our strain is at. Yeah.
But yeah, very, very grateful to be abundant enough to help have people move stuff for us.
Yeah.
And it really changed our perspective on like the things that we buy and collect. I don't like the idea of like a minimalist lifestyle, but at the same time I can see that I've been buying like a lot of shit that I really don't need.
Yeah, so we're definitely purging a lot, and that feels really good, because we know that our we get all spiritual, but it is true. Like, our external is a reflection of the inside of us. So, you know, just having a lot of clutter and having like a messy house, and we had a really small space, and we really grew when we had Violet. So I think we really grew out of that place really fast. Like, it really is true. Like, when you have a kid, it's not that you need a bunch of stuff or whatever it is, but I think things just kept kind of piling up, and we were really changing, and yeah, it was time. So we're really excited for the next chapter.
Yeah, even for the baby stuff, like all of the toys that she played with when she was a newborn to the stuff that she plays with now is like completely different.
Yeah.
And so it's like that old adage, like, how can someone love you if you don't know how to love yourself first? Or what is it? Like, learn to love yourself first so other people. It's the same thing. You're just like, oh wow, her growth is a reflection of our growth also.
Yeah. This year, 2024, was really a big growth year.
Yeah.
For us. And we've been, so kind of on the back end then, we've been looking for a house for about a year, and we were really trying to force it. God bless you. We were really trying to force it, and it just like has not been happening. And our lease was up, and they are under new ownership, and they were trying to raise our rent crazy amounts to go like month to month, and it was just, we're like, this isn't, like, we could make it work, but we didn't want to, honestly, right?
Yeah.
Like, we felt like
we need to invest in ourselves.
We need to invest in ourselves, yeah. Not just, so
everything worked out.
It's kind of,
in a way that, talk about it. Like,
which it always, I mean, so we moved in with my in-laws, with his parents, who we're very close with, we work with.
But that wasn't on the table either.
We learned with, and that wasn't even an option, because other family members were living in the home, and they randomly had then found their own home and purchased and moved out, and it just happened so quickly. It happened so fast, and all of a sudden we're like, well, I guess we could move in for a little while until we figure out like what it is we want to continue doing.
Yeah.
Right. So, which brings us to something really exciting, and I just feel like I keep wanting to talk about it, so I'm
I
going to
already
talk about it.
In
Oh, did you?
Videos previously.
Well, we'll talk about it. So, Remy and I were really excited at the potential of owning a home this year, and like I said, we've been looking, and nothing really felt right. We found a couple of places that we really loved, and then they would be bought pretty quickly. And the house that we really fell in love with just sold literally yesterday, the day that we were packing up to move into my in-laws' home.
How synchronistic.
Yeah, seriously synchronistic. So we had been kind of reflecting on it, and what we didn't realize is before we had gotten together, we both had this really strong desire to travel. And I had been on my own for a really long time, and I had been wanting to travel just on my own. I actually was about to move out to Arizona, and I'm not joking, it was within maybe a couple of weeks. That's when I met Remy. And then when we got together, we fell in love pretty quickly. So everything moved pretty fast for us and with us. So I just didn't really think too much of it. And then come to find out, he also wanted to travel and go camp and go to the national parks and things like that before we had gotten together.
Yeah, I actually got like a little mattress for the back of my 4Runner. I got it decked out and pretty much ready to go start doing I wanted to go visit all the national parks. I wanted to connect to the land. I had a very strong calling to it, and then 2020 hit, and that's literally when everything like stopped and went downhill. And then I found Trent the Traveler on YouTube, and I was like, this is what I love.
Yeah.
And I like sharing the things I love. So I was like, babe, you should watch this with me.
And then of course I fell in love with Trent, but I think I was pregnant at the time. Like I think I was pregnant when I started watching Trent on YouTube. So long story short, we have decided to look more into, a little bit more seriously looking into getting a Sprinter van and having it built out so that we have the ability to travel comfortably with Violet and our dog Beatrice and go around to where we want to go see, and also to work a little bit out of it. We do have a home base here. We do have a beautiful clientele that we love dearly. So this would be a little bit extended travels, but not just indefinitely all on the road. So we're kind of really excited to like be on this next leg of our journey. It looks nothing like we thought it was going to, and that's okay. We're totally open to it. We're very excited, so that's kind of where we're at. So we will keep you guys posted.
So Angelica's grabbing Beatrice. We put her into doggy daycare because today was a big move, and we'd rather her have fun and play around instead of like be stressed like us, because animals, especially our pets, pick up the stress that their owners go through and they absorb it and take it away from them. So we're like, let's have her have fun. She's been here since like 7 in the morning, so she's gonna be exhausted, but it's okay. We are gonna get home, we're gonna eat, we're gonna get a little settled in, unpack as much as we can. Tomorrow we have to go right back into work, and then we're gonna be kind of busy this week, so probably not until next Monday, Tuesday, maybe even on Sunday we're gonna go back to the apartment and really kind of go through all the things that we don't need. As Angelica said, and as I said previously, we really want to do the van life, not live in the van, but travel, kind of, you know, have those experiences as a family. Oh, here comes BB. There she is. So she's gonna come give us licks soon. I forgot where I was going with all of this, but anyway, that's the kind of, as I was saying before, gives us that time to like really look at the stuff that we've collected and be like, do we need it? What is that, Marie Kondo? Like, does this bring me joy or not? And I like it because that's kind of the mindset that we're going to be taking as we move forward. Like, is this stuff that we need? Is this stuff that there's a lot of stuff that we want, but like, is it stuff that we actually need? So that's very exciting. All right, the family's all here. We are going to go get Thai food because that's what you do when you move. Then we're going to head back home and relax. We'll probably do a little bit more video there. A little time lapse as we get everything unpacked. All right, let's go get food. So we are at Dean's Market right now, kind of going over more plans. I'm here with little Violet. Hi. Still learning how to control this. Angelica had work. She's in the restroom right now. I know Violet doesn't like not having mom around, which understandable. We need to get groceries. We have there she is. We have moved in with my parents, not fully. There's still a lot of cleaning up to do at our old place. There's still a lot of stuff that we need to get rid of, but I had to run a bunch of errands with the baby. Angelica just got off work. She had a meeting, so we decided to come here and eat. I know I look super tired in the eyes, and that's just working in like a sleep. So yeah, now we are gonna go get some more groceries because we've been eating out a little bit too much, and it just doesn't feel good. I know we're out right now. This is a nice little deli in Geneva, but yeah, when we don't eat well, we feel it, especially at our age. It is brutal. So we're gonna get groceries, start to eat a little bit healthier again, start cooking again. I need to pick up my razor because all of this is growing in. And yeah, we're gonna head home. We'll start recording a lot more. It's just that move is a lot. Even before the clip before this, like that was the day we finished putting everything together, but we've just been busy ever since. And then I'm going to update a little bit more once I get into the car, because we drove separately to do different things, but we love hanging out together. So, alright, I'm going to update you guys in a bit. And we're back in the car. So one of the things that I wanted to bring up is during our move, there has been a lot going on in the world. Angelica and I have a very strong connection to Mother Earth, and she will talk about her own experience. I'll hand off this to her. She's driving separately, but we did meet up for lunch, which is always nice. So we both have a strong connection to Mother Earth, and we all have a very strong connection to our tools, which I know Angelica has talked about a little bit before, and I will also. But one of the things recently is this fire in California. And last week, before the fire started, Angelica had a very strong calling to work with her Chanupa. Now, for those of you that don't know, Chanupa is a sacred pipe to the First Nation people. She was able to make her own as part of the Shamanic Apprenticeship course, which is something my father and I teach. It is a sacred tool, and that is something that is used personally for just the students. Now, my father and I, there are two types of people who work with pipes. There's the pipe holder and a pipe carrier. A pipe holder is someone who has a pipe, works with the pipe, but cannot host public pipe ceremonies. They cannot share their pipe with anyone else. The pipe is used to create a connection, to communicate with Creator, and to send out prayers, blessings, gifts. Not gifts. Sorry, I'm driving right now. I'm forgetting everything. But those things. It's kind of like our way of sending out prayers and being able to communicate with anyone and everything. My father and I are pipe carriers. So Angelica's a pipe holder. Currently, she can only have private pipe ceremonies, which she does routinely. She has a very strong connection to her Chanupa, and so when she has that pull to it, she starts using it. She decided that she wanted to do a ceremony for the fires. That is our way of helping, is our way of sending energy to places of need. My father this morning decided that he wanted to host another public ceremony to help send energy to all of the animals that are being caught in the forest fires, because a lot of humans get extra help, but the animals don't, and my father is a huge animal lover, as am I. So this Saturday, which is tomorrow, we are hosting a public ceremony. I don't know if I'll make it. I want to make it. Angelica wants to make it too, but we have a baby, so it makes it very, very difficult, and we both work a lot. I am the busiest on the weekends. That's when I teach my classes, and so that I will be fully booked from early in the morning until late in the afternoon, and then the ceremony happens like an hour after I finish. I don't have time to eat or anything, so I'm going to see how that goes. But I am also a pipe carrier, which allows me to have my own public ceremonies. So I might just do one personally, and kind of get my prayers sent out also. The other thing is, pipe ceremonies are not to be recorded. They're just extremely sacred. You will never see our pipes, but we might record ourselves setting up for the ceremony. We like to have an altar. When we do pipe ceremonies, we like to have the elements. It's our way of doing it. Again, it's a closed practice, so if you ever take our courses, we explain everything to you, but I'm not going to go into it too much now. So you might see us setting things up for it, but you'll never see the actual ceremony. But all are welcome to join. And yeah, that's about mostly what I want to discuss. We are on our way to get groceries now because we had our whole pantry boxed up, and that has been moved to the garage, and it is freezing out and very cold to get to because there's a lot of boxes. So we don't know what boxes hold what pantry items, and we are starving. we have food at home, obviously, but when you first move in with something, like, you don't want to eat someone else's food, even though that is very, very nice of them. So we're just like, okay, let's get our own food. And also, you know, I can't be eating carbs or I will start to blow up. Like, I'll get inflammation, like my joints start to hurt, and that is not a good time. Angelica's the same way. Like, she'll get super lethargic if she eats a lot of processed carbs like breads and stuff. And my father loves bread. My mom does too, but my mom knows that she can't have it because, again, it causes inflammation. It's in our genetics. So we're going to go try to get some healthy food. The other thing is, my father, being the animal lover that he is vegan. So he does not eat animal products or animal byproducts. I was vegan for a little bit. My brother is vegan. My mom's vegetarian. Angelica was vegan for a bit. So we know how to cook vegan and, you know, it still be delicious and good food, you know, grains, vegetables. Angelica and I do eat like dairy and eggs, so that's where we get most of our protein, along with a lot of the beans. And so we're gonna go get some stuff so we can keep eating. Also, we love pizza. We know it's not good for us, but since even before having our baby, we would have like Friday night pizza nights, and we're like, this will be a good tradition to introduce our baby. So once she's old enough to like really eat those types of foods, she'll be joining us for pizza night. I think that's a lot of fun. And yeah, everyone's driving crazy right now. So I'm at a red light, but you can see like people pulling up kind of a little bit too fast. But we're in the Midwest. Like, as soon as it starts to rain, people just forget how to drive. And it's the same thing with snow. Like, it snowed last night. I had to put this down because there was a cop right there, and I don't want to get in trouble. But anyway, all right, I'm going to pull up to our Meijer. I don't know if you guys have that where you guys are from, but it is a grocery store chain in the Midwest. It might be other places. I don't know. And then, yeah, I will get Angelica to come on and kind of talk a little bit more about her experience and with her pipe and just that kind of stuff.
It has been such an abundantly busy week this week, and it's Friday. So in our line of work, we work like a lot of the weekends. So this week just happened to be like really, really busy. Between moving, yes, that being one thing, but also just with clients and coaching clients and mentorships, it's just been like a really beautiful week. But something I realized today, I had this meeting set up with a good friend of mine. Actually, she was a student of mine, and then we became friends, and we had this meeting set up just to kind of talk about business stuff and just kind of support each other and different projects we're working on. And it's always nice to have like another set of ears to like give feedback on like how you're envisioning strategy and business and things like that, what works, what doesn't work. And it ended up being such a nurturing experience. And what I've been noticing about like just my own schedule and just like how demanding sometimes this work can be, which is not a bad thing at all. You just kind of have to learn how to readjust other aspects of your time and energy to accommodate like maybe a bit more of a busier schedule. And especially with the mediumship and healing sessions, like sometimes people and sessions just require a little bit more energy than others, and that's okay. It's just a part of the work that we do. But I had a few minutes, I was like sitting on my phone for a second because I was eating lunch, finishing up clients before I was heading to the meeting, and we were meeting at our favorite coffee shop. And I took a minute and I was like, you know what, I don't even want to waste my time on my phone. I want to go and just have like a quiet moment to myself. So I went and sat and I got this tea. It was rose petals and silver something. I'm not sure what it was, but it was kind of like a pine. Think of like a wintry pine with rose. And I sat there, and it's like normally when I'm working with cacao or having ceremonies or sharing tea or whatever it is, it's usually in like a work setting or a ceremonial setting. And today it was like just for me. And just that like few minutes before my meeting was so nourishing for me, and the meeting itself was too, but even just having those quiet few minutes to like smell the tea, thank the herbs for like the nourishment and the self-care, and it was just so good. It was so good. It like was beyond what I needed. We got snow here today. I'll kind of show you. It's actually really beautiful. It's like 28 degrees. It's not that cold, but we've had like a nice snowfall. It's been a couple of inches, nothing crazy, but it was just a beautiful, snowy, still day, even though I was busy with work and things like that, just like outside, and it was just a really lovely day. And I know Remy was sharing with all of you just the deep connection that we have with Mother Earth and the importance of what that relationship is and does for us. And it's something that I had been yearning for a really long time, not knowing that that's what it was, but just with my childhood experiences and things like that, I was really disconnected. And because of that, there was a lot of fear that took place in my life, and a lot of confusion, and really unhealthy patterns and beliefs. And through my reconnection with Mother Earth and just my own healing and spiritual journey has just greatly supported me in trusting myself, learning how to trust myself, knowing my worth, feeling that nurturing, receiving energy, my own feminine energy, which was something that was just really, really imbalanced. It was pretty miraculous today. I know Remy talked a little bit about our pipes and our chanupas, and it's something I'm still like working on even talking about, because I honestly don't feel like it's my place to always talk about it, but I have a very, very deep connection with my own personal pipe. And it's something that we have been training in our apprenticeship program. But this morning I was having a ceremony for the fires in LA, and right at the end there, I had just quickly added in another prayer. I was praying for the land and the trees and the animals and things like that, just for like regrowth and the nourishment that Mother Earth needs, that she is able to receive it and that we provide it to her. And just kind of like offering up my love to her and gratitude, because she continues to give to all of us unconditionally. And it's just like Mother Earth really reflects back to us that unconditional love and that mother energy of that traditional sense of what a mother is to children. And as I was having the ceremony today, I just wanted to send those prayers to that place on the planet. And in addition to that, I had also asked for support in just my own nourishment. Like, what is it that I'm doing? Or sort of asking for a little bit of guidance and direction in how to, like, things with business that are happening, but also how to shift, like how I'm looking at something so that I can see the truth of whatever, like, honestly really has been going on. Me feeling, like where I want to focus my energy and what's really calling to me for me to provide for my clients and things like that. Because I've been in a really big growth spurt. And then I had this meeting with my friend, and just provided like a lot of the clarity that I was seeking. And it was just like a couple hours after the pipe ceremony. So just have like a lot of gratitude for that connection that I have really been working with and towards, and working on that connection. It's not, that just doesn't come easy. And I'm just really grateful for it. It's the same thing with Mother Earth. It is a partnership. I think of it the same thing with mediumship when I'm connecting with loved ones on the other side and ancestors. And it's like it really is a partnership. So 50-50, I have to make sure I'm showing up and doing the work, and vice versa. So it's been a beautiful day, beautiful journey. Definitely feeling it. We have like another full day tomorrow of just classes and clients, and we're just feeling really, really blessed and grateful, and it's been a really beautiful start of the year. So we'll take you along and show you the different aspects of what tomorrow looks like with classes and clients, and we'll kind of go from there. day, actually. Our weekends are typically the busiest, although during the week lately I've also been pretty busy between mentorship sessions and seeing clients one-on-one. But Remy teaches on the weekends too, so we're both, our Saturdays are booked solid pretty much every weekend. Right, hon?
Yup.
What do you teach? So he teaches 2 different shamanic apprenticeship classes on Saturdays.
It's the same class, they're just different levels. Our shamanic apprenticeship has 13 or so levels, and on Saturdays I teach 2 different levels, and on Sunday I teach a whole nother level. And then depending on how they go, like if people end up dropping out or stop coming, and like it kind of just dwindles down to 1 or 2, then usually we'll cancel that class and either move those students to a different level or stop altogether and start like a whole new another level 1. We've already had like 3 level 1 intensive classes where people wanted to come learn, and they take all level 1 in one day. So that's been fun, and I think a lot of them came back for the level 2 intensive. So if we have space, we might throw in another class.
Yeah, they're really fun. Actually, the intensives are really great. And I was just looking at our schedule for the beginning half of this year, and we have almost everything. We have White Witchery workshop going on. That's an intensive class. We have Awaken the Healer, which is an intensive. I'm teaching an intuitive mediumship class, and I'm doing it in intensive, which will be like a 9 to 5, 9 to 6. And typically that class is like 10 to 12 weeks long, so it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment, but it's going to be really, really fun. We also have our Animal Tarot workshop. That's an intensive. We have like all of our signature classes that are starting up here at the beginning of the year, which is really, really fun. And I try to take them every time that they are offered, because you learn something new every time. And I'm actually just going to turn around and show you the drive on the way here, because it's a beautiful winter day, and you can see
what do you think
the
about
sun
living
out. I've been loving living out here. It's interesting too, because where we used to live was a bit more in a busy area.
City.
Like, yeah, it was in the city, like near car dealerships, and we were in an apartment, so we were by just like a lot of people. And out here, to be in a home and be on like a large piece of land, it's really quiet, and it's really dark, and it's really peaceful. Even when I play with the dog in the morning, it's just like so peaceful outside and so quiet. So that's been really nice.
You don't have to climb down 3 flights of stairs to take the dog out, or deal with neighbor dogs that are a mess.
That are attacking other dogs, and
barking. The other part that was crazy is living in this, like, our closest city. Like, we always had light coming through the windows, and like our first night here out in rural Illinois, we were both like, we can't see shit out here. What the hell? Like, it was pitch black.
It was so dark in our room. I was like, I can't see where the baby is. I couldn't see anything. So we actually have to turn on a nightlight now, because we need a little bit of light.
Well, we don't need a little bit of light, but with the baby sleeping with us, it's good to be able to see where she is, because she likes to. We'll each sleep on obviously the sides of the bed.
Oh, there was a deer.
There was a dead deer, which is animal medicine, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, the baby likes to move up and down, and when you wake up and you feel her, and you gotta see like, oh, is it her feet up against my back, or is it her head up against my back? And if you can't see, it's kind of troublesome. The other night I had to like reach back, and I felt hair, and I was like, all right, her head is up against my back, don't move.
yeah, it's been really fun. So yeah, today we have a nice busy day. I'll be with clients all day. I have a couple online clients. My one client lives out in Florida, so that's always really fun to connect with on. And that's about it. So we'll take you along for today. You'll see some behind the scenes of our classes, and maybe even with our clients, because I have some mentorship sessions today too. So it's just going to be a really fun day. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so we are back in work now here, getting ready for the day. I always like to light a little bit of an incense just as as I'm working with the space, just preparing it for my clients. It just gives like a nice fresh, I don't know, energy, a nice pleasant smell, let's say. And what I'm going to do is just kind of work with a little Palo Santo and get ready for the day. My first session that I have is a mentorship session. And I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to tune in and just kind of see. We're kind of on a self-healing journey, but also deepening intuition and trust and connecting with loved ones on the other side, which to me, it's all in the same. We have to do the self-healing in order to be able to do the other. Actually, I feel like as we do the self-healing, the other part of it, the intuitive part, just kind of naturally opens up. So we've been working actually like all year on that, and she has made incredible progress. It's been really, really fun. And then with that, I also have some mediumship sessions and some intuitive sessions, as well as I'm actually going to do another ceremony today for the fires in California. It was kind of coming through today to send prayers to the first responders. So yesterday I had sent prayers to the land, to the trees, and the animals. And the day before that, I had sent prayers to the people that they are able to feel peace and bring peace to that land. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So I'll bring you along.
Alright, so it's the end of Sunday. We are making dinner. Had a full day. I didn't record Sunday's class because it was just a lot of working with the sacred pipe, and a lot of people had their pipes out, so I didn't want to record that. What are we making?
Hello. We're making risotto tonight. So there's a little butter, a little cheese, a little spinach, there's garlic and a shallot, some vegetable stock.
Pop it open. Oh, wait.
Let's get it in here. Still has like, I don't know, 7 more minutes on it. Just getting there.
Looks
making a big pot.
good. And baby Violet is starting to... Whoa.
Walking.
I messed it up. I turned it too fast. Yeah. She likes playing with things, so...
She's hungry.
We got some steps going. Alright. So this will be the end of this week, and then we still have to go back to the apartment and clean up and move, so we're going to do a time lapse of that a little bit later. But until next week, bye.